like to hear from Matt after all this time?
He is the most wonderful thing in this world, first of all. It was so great. It's when you're locked up in here, you don't know if anyone's out there. And just to hear from him, and even though he was so professional in his card, but just to hear, you know, that him and Pepperoni do support me, and it was the best thing that could have ever happened in this house. So thank you so much.
I'm glad to hear it. You're welcome. Sarah, you won the Golden Power Veto, and you used it to remove James from the nomination block. How does it feel knowing your boyfriend is going to be staying for another week?
It's fabulous. I was really scared that he was going to go home. And I just, at this point, it doesn't matter about making it to the end. I just want to spend a couple more weeks with him, so I'll be happy.
Thank you. Yvette.
Yes.
From your unique bread pudding to your makeshift bird feeder, you are definitely the inventor of the Big Brother house. But what I want to know is what invention you are most proud of.
I think I have to be most proud of my ghetto slide, which I and Bo were the only successful ones trying it. Jen completely destroyed the meaning behind ghetto slide, but that is by far the one that I'm proudest of.
You want to just briefly tell us what that is again? You just cut up some plastic hefty bags, was it?
Yes.
Sprayed it down?
Yes, I opened up some garbage bags and I held them down with weights, sprayed some water across, ran across the backyard, and
good to go. All right.
Slide.
Thank you, Yvette. Thank you, everyone. And I'll talk with you again in a little while.
Thanks, Sheila.
Coming up, Eric the firefighter may be gone, but he is far from forgotten. How is Eric's partner and current HOH, Maggie, keeping his memory alive? And later, who will be walking out the front door, Janelle or Kaser? Tonight's live eviction is just minutes away. Stay with us. Eric hasn't lived in the Big Brother house for a week, but that hasn't stopped him from continuing to impact the game. How is Eric's alliance carrying on his legacy, and what influence does this former house guest still have? Eric, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
when Cappy left this house,
When? All right?
my heart left with him. This house is so empty without Cappy. And so Yvette is completely lost in this game without Cappy.
I promised him I wouldn't cry for him.
Why did you make that promise? You know?
Why was Yvette crying before?
Eric.
It's so stupid.
He's a martyr. He's saying
Yep.
Eric lived.
Yes, that's the best thing we have done in this house, is get rid of him.
He was a good man, and we were evil, you know?
Yeah.
We were Satan's helpers,
Yeah, right.
cutting down the saint.
That's all it needs. One of these Looney Tunes going on winning for Cappy. Who the hell wants to see that?
No.
Cappy is still here in spirit. And our keys that are up in the memory board, mine is inside of Cappy's, and everybody else is piled on top. He is still here. We are playing for him.
Did you see her put her key in his slot?
Yeah.
How?
During the food competition, did you hear what she said?
Yeah.
If only Eric was here.
Oh, God.
The food competition. Yvette was having problems with it.
Last night he went outside and tried to blank the dog.
Where's Cappy?
Oh, okay. Just pick a word, dumbass.
He's creepy.
One of our fun pastimes is making fun of Eric.
You know, imitating him and going, you know, walking around all mad. No, Maggie, no, you know, because I guess he's a shorter person per se.
Maggie! He's gone. We're thrilled, and I hope that he's having fun watching us at home now.
Next week, if one of us gets it, Maggie goes. Maggie's the only scary person on that team.
Dude, I don't think she's that much of a threat, to be honest. She can't perform, dude.
She's Eric. She's little Eric.
Now that Eric's gone, Maggie's obviously taken over. She wears his clothes, she wears his hat.
Everyone knows what this means.
Eric would, at 11:30 at night, on the dot, say, "Lights out, bitches."
She has the rats to her control.
I'm sure that Cappy's last days he put together a program manual for Maggie, take out people in this order for this reason.
I think since Cappy wanted this so bad, we should carry it out the way he wanted. I'm going to do exactly what Cappy wants. Yeah. Cappy was like, don't be a softie.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
Now, I was like, Cappy would not want you to be sitting here crying, sulking over it.
I hope Eric's proud of the way that I'm playing the game. You know what? I know Eric's proud of the way that I'm playing the game.
The ghost of Cappy's past is definitely in this house, especially late at night when most of the house guests are sleeping. I get that tingling on the back of my neck, kind of feeling the hairs are standing up.
Doesn't the house seem so much smaller with Eric on? What the hell was that?
Good night, Cappy. Good night, Cappy. Not Cappy. My Cappinator.
11:30, lights out, bitches!
Let's talk to the current HOH, Maggie, who is alone in the head of household bedroom. Hi, Maggie.
Hi, Julie.
Now remember, the other house guests cannot hear you, so feel free to speak openly and honestly.
Okay.
Great. Now, Maggie, your partner, Eric, left the house last week.
Yes.
How important was it for you to avenge his eviction?
It was more important than I want to admit that it was. I want to say that I'm playing 100% strategically, but I absolutely believe that part of me personally is trying to get back at the people responsible for his departure.
Right, because you and Eric are obviously close friends. You were quite upset when he was evicted.
Absolutely.
So how much do you miss him?
Oh, I miss him so much. He's the only person in this house that I can talk to, that knows me, it's not just losing a partner or a friend, it's just losing someone you're close to. It's a big deal.
Absolutely. Now, you said James and Kaser were two of the more powerful players in the game.
Correct.
Do you think having nominated them will make you a target?
Oh, I think I'm absolutely a target in this game. I know James has mentioned on more than 20 different counts that he'll be coming for me. And, I'm ready. I'm not scared.
Sounds like police talk. Speaking of James, you gave him the impression that you are a police officer. Do you think he believes you? And is this a strategy?
This is funny to me. I did not give him the impression I was a police officer. I gave him the impression that he can't read me and that I had the ability to read other people. And he assumed that that wasn't part of the ER nurse's job, which is foolish on his part. So, and I'm having fun with it. If you want to think I'm a cop, sure,
Thank you, Maggie. And you can rejoin your fellow housemates downstairs in the living room.
Thank you.
You're welcome. When we return, James and Sarah's romance is heating up the Big Brother house. What do the people who know them best think about the way they're playing the game? And do they think their relationship will last? We have inside information from James and Sarah's families. And we'll reveal the next twist in this Summer of Secrets. It's a surprise that will send shockwaves through the house. But first, it is eviction night. Maggie, the current head of household, is not allowed to vote. Neither are nominees Janelle and Kaser. As always, all votes are cast in secret in the diary room. Let's listen in as Howie, Sarah, Rachel, and Yvette prepare to vote.
Janelle and I will never get along. My issues with her go beyond all the fake things to her.
She's not perfect, but I'm not going to hold that against her. And unfortunately, other house guests are going based on emotion, and that's going to hurt them in the end.
I don't really know what's going through her head all the time, which kind of worries me. She might turn against James and I.
Janelle's just maybe misunderstood. People, they judge her, but if you get to sit down with Janie, she's a good-hearted person.
Kaser has got to go because he got rid of Cappy. It's both on a personal and a strategic level.
I love Kaser. He's the smartest guy around, has some great plans, but he puts himself, me, and my other, people in jeopardy because he likes to, celebrate the touchdown too early.
Kaser really knows how to keep the other side on their toes. He just makes them nervous.
Unfortunately for Kaser, he had a good hand, but he showed all his cards.
Welcome back to Big Brother 6. James and Sarah are young, in love, and competing for more than $1 million. How How do their families think they're doing in the game, and will their relationship survive beyond the Big Brother house?